Struggling to get girls? Feeling like you're stuck on the sidelines while others are scoring? Fear not. I am not here to tell you something you already know. I'm about to show you how to flip the script using the science of attraction and a bit of psychology. By understanding these principles, you can increase your chances of making that connection. Don't worry, everything will be explained in simple terms. By the time you finish this video, you'll have the playbook to become the kind of guy girls chase. No more finishing last. We're talking proven strategies that actually work. So if you're ready to level up your game and leave the boring guy struggle behind and become the ladies' man. Before we go into our video, we have a small request. If you enjoy our content, kindly support us by subscribing to the channel. It's a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you for your support. Let's dive in. Lesson 1. The Scarcity Principle. Alright, let's talk about one of the most powerful forces in human psychology: scarcity. When something is hard to get, it automatically becomes more valuable. According to renowned psychologist Dr. Robert Cialdini, opportunities seem way more valuable when they're limited. People tend to place higher value on things that are perceived as limited or rare, and therefore, they are more motivated to pursue opportunities when they believe those opportunities are scarce. This same principle applies to the dating world. Why do so many people say, nice guys finish last? It's not because girls hate nice guys. It's because nice guys are too available. They're always around, always texting back instantly, always saying yes. Meanwhile, the aloof, mysterious guy who doesn't seem to care, he's like a limited edition car, rare, and therefore more desirable. But here's the plot twist. You don't have to be a jerk to take advantage of this principle. In fact, a nice guy who also knows how to be scarce, that's a game changer, and way more attractive than your average bad boy. So, how do you apply this? Picture this. You're at a party and you see a girl surrounded by a sea of guys all competing for her attention. Most guys would think, no way, I don't stand a chance. Wrong. You've got the perfect opportunity. Instead of being another guy orbiting her like a planet, do something different. Walk past her, give a casual smile and say a quick hi, but keep walking. Don't linger. Go chat with someone else. Bonus points if it's another girl. What are you doing here? You're not ignoring her. You're showing that you're not desperate for her attention. You're signaling that you're different from the rest of the pack. You're the guy who's rare, who's not chasing, and who's comfortable in his own skin. You just became the guy she's curious about. You just became the limited edition. That's the power of scarcity. The more selective you are with your attention, the more valuable it becomes. So the next time you see a girl surrounded by admirers, don't blend in. Stand out by showing her that you're not one of them. Lesson 2. The gain-loss theory of attraction. Here's where things get really interesting. You know that old saying, people always want what they can't have? Well, it turns out that's not the whole story. What people really crave is the thrill of winning over someone who didn't like them at first. Enter the gain-loss theory of attraction. Psychologists put this theory to the test in a study that went like this. College students had a series of one-on-one meetings, and after each session, the students overheard what they thought was an honest evaluation of them. They either heard an all-positive review, an all-negative one, or a mix, starting negative but turning positive, or vice versa. Here's the kicker. When the feedback started negative but later became positive, the students liked the evaluator way more than those who were praised right from the start. Why? Because there's something uniquely satisfying about changing someone's mind. It makes the connection feel more valuable. Now, before you get any ideas about being a jerk to someone just to win them over later, let's pump the brakes. This is a delicate dance. You don't want to start off by making someone feel bad about themselves. Instead, use subtle cues. A little coolness at the beginning, not coldness, but coolness, can actually make things more interesting. Let's say you're chatting with a girl. Instead of being overly eager and showering her with non-stop compliments, maybe you're a bit more reserved at first. Your tone is calm, you're friendly, but you're not bending over backwards for her attention. As things progress and she starts to win you over, you subtly shift. Your energy picks up, your tone warms up, and you give more positive attention. The key here is that she earns your approval, and that makes it more rewarding for her. Just remember, timing is everything. Once she's won you over, you've got to let her know. If she still thinks you're on the fence or not interested, she's not going to stick around. So, be clear when you start shifting into warm mode. Otherwise, she'll just assume you're not into her, and that's a one-way ticket to the friend zone, or worse, no zone. In short, mastering the gain-loss theory means keeping things dynamic, adding a little bit of intrigue, and making her feel like she's earned a spot in your life. Done right, this technique is like emotional magic. You're creating a roller coaster where the end game is mutual attraction. Lesson 3. The Ben Franklin effect. Make her like you by asking for favors. Here's a wild twist. You can make someone like you by asking them for favors. Sounds backward, right? You'd think that doing things for her would make her like you more. But the science says otherwise, and it's called the Ben Franklin effect. The idea is simple. People like others more when they do something kind for them rather than the other way around. There's actually some hard science to back this up. In a 1971 study at the University of North Carolina, volunteers were asked to perform tasks in groups where they had to either encourage or criticize others based on their performance. Afterward, the volunteers were asked how much they liked the people they interacted with. Guess what? The people who had to help or encourage someone ended up liking that person more than the ones who had to criticize. It's like a psychological hack. When we do something for someone, we trick ourselves into thinking we like them because, why would I help them if I didn't? So how do you use this little Jedi mind trick to your advantage? Ask for small, harmless favors. Drop your something in her direction and let her hand it back. Casually ask her for the time, or even something like, "Hey, can you help me with this real quick?" It sounds ridiculously simple, but these small asks create a subtle bond and make her subconsciously feel more connected to you. Now, I'm not saying you should start asking her to move mountains for you or carry your stuff across the country. This works best with small favors. The point is to give her opportunities to be kind to you. Each time she helps you, that tiny spark of connection grows a little bit stronger. The beauty of the Ben Franklin effect is that it plays on a basic psychological principle. When we invest time or effort into something, we tend to value it more. By asking for small favors, you're getting her to invest in you, which in turn makes her more likely to like you. And the best part? It doesn't feel like you're taking from her. It feels like a natural part of building rapport. Lesson 4. The Discord mod effect. How your look can make or break you. Here's a truth bomb. You can have the best personality, the smoothest conversation, and all the confidence in the world. But if you walk into a room looking like a disheveled Discord mod, you're done. Game over. But before you panic, here's the good news. Looking attractive isn't some impossible task, nor is it all about genetics. In fact, studies show that the most attractive features aren't even about your DNA. They come down to simple things that you can control. In 1997, researchers conducted a study where 117 college students were asked to rank photos of the opposite sex based on attractiveness and emotional appeal. The results? The highest-ranked photos weren't of people with the most perfect genetic traits. Instead, the most attractive people had good posture, clean grooming, well-fitted clothes, a positive attitude, and a healthy weight. That's it. These are things anyone can improve. Yes, including you. Let's break this down. Good posture is as simple as standing tall with your chin up and shoulders back. It immediately makes you look more confident and self-assured. Grooming? That means showering, keeping your hair clean and neat, and making sure you don't look like you just rolled out of bed. As for your clothes, they don't have to be designer, but they should fit well and complement your body. So here's the bottom line. You don't need perfect jeans or a movie star face to be attractive. All you need is effort. Stand tall, take care of yourself, dress well, maintain a healthy weight, and put a little positivity into the world with a smile. These are the real game changers. Lesson 5. The science of luck. When attraction is all about chemistry. All right, let's talk about one of the biggest wildcards in attraction, luck. Yep, you heard that right. Sometimes, no matter how smooth your game is, it all comes down to genetic compatibility and biology. But don't worry, we're not getting lost in the deep end of science here. Let's break it down so it makes sense. First up, pheromones. Ever hear someone say, "There was just something about their smell"? Well, it's not just a cheesy rom-com line. Pheromones are real chemical signals that your body gives off. and they play a huge role in physical attraction. Your nose is like a radar for these pheromones, and if they match up well with someone else's, sparks might fly before you even exchange words. But here's the kicker. Pheromones are only half the story. For women, there's an extra layer of complexity, something called MHC molecules, major histocompatibility complex. These are proteins in your immune system that help fight diseases. Interestingly, when it comes to attraction, opposites really do attract. Studies have shown that women are more drawn to the smell of men whose MHC molecules differ from theirs. Why? Because genetic diversity in these immune system molecules means healthier offspring. So she might be subconsciously picking a partner who could help produce stronger kids, even if no one's thinking about babies yet. Here's where it gets tricky. Guys, we don't have that MHC radar. To us, if someone seems attractive, they're attractive. But for women, even if everything lines up on the surface, if your MHC molecules are too similar, there might not be that deeper spark. So, what's the takeaway? You can do everything right. Be charming, look sharp, master the perfect approach. But sometimes chemistry, literally, has the final say. Attraction is a complex mix of psychology, biology, and yes, even luck. So while you can control a lot of factors, just remember, sometimes it's all about that subtle, invisible connection your immune systems are making. Just remember to stay confident, be yourself, and don't overthink it too much. Attraction is as much about being the right person as it is about finding the right person. Thanks for staying with me through this video. If you found value in it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos, and leave a comment with your thoughts. Good luck.